Hello everybody and welcome back to Matty Views, and today we're about to climb my fourth 4,000 footer, which is Mount, I'll say Moosilauke for lack of a better way to pronounce it. I think that's it, but at least we know we're going to get up to a summit today. Not optimal weather, it is raining, the skies are supposed to clear according to the map or the weather app that I have in about an hour or so. I didn't do a lot of research about this trail. I think sometimes I get too involved with looking at it, and it leaves out a little bit of an element of surprise. So the one thing based on the research that I saw is that some people say it's an extremely difficult mountain, other people say it's very easy. So I'm just going to be the judge today and see what happens, but come with me on my journey. Thank you. Based on the sign here, it says that the summit is 3.8 miles away, so a relatively, I'll say, short trip compared to some of the deeper ones, Owl's Head, Isolation, things that are up around the 20-mile mark round trip. So 3.8 doesn't seem like too bad, and given the weather today, I'm okay with that. So let's hit the trail here and see what we got. Stay tuned. All right, so we're not even a half mile in here, and we already have a little river crossing here, a stream crossing to traverse. Nothing too bad. I would just make sure that you're careful as it's rainy out. You don't want to slip that early into a trip. So far so good. Pretty flat. Nice little bridge here to cross. Kind of excited that I really didn't do a ton of research, so I don't really know too much of what to expect out here, except that it's short, and some people say it's extremely difficult. Some people said it was listed as easy, so I'll go ahead and make my own assumptions here as I go, so stay tuned. All right, everybody, I'm back, a little shy of a half a mile in, and just this is why I'm kind of glad I didn't do any real research, because just, I don't want to say stumbled upon, but this whole Beaver Brook Trail has this really nice kind of stream flowing through it, and this waterfall is just kind of amazing. So pretty impressive just on the first half mile. I would say it's just kind of rocky, some roots. The grades aren't too bad, but it looks like they're starting to get up here. But pretty impressive waterfall though. Great stuff so far. Hey everybody, just thought I'd stop so you guys could just check this out. Just this waterfall, it's like a waterfall like the whole way up the trail. It's just amazing. Not quite a mile in yet, and the trail has already surprised me in a sense that the views and the sounds and the sights are just amazing. But what you're going to find when you come up this trail is they do have these kind of steps here to help with your footing. But I can see how not paying attention could end very badly. So you can see there's some stuff here to grab onto. So definitely pretty cool. As I'm coming up here, nothing like I've kind of seen before. Maybe a little reminiscent of Owl's Head, but still just a cool little journey so far without even being a mile in. But I want to watch my footing here because it's very slippery. So I will see you guys soon. Wow. Awesome. Okay, welcome back everybody. Wanted to stop here and shoot a video because I think this trail can be summed up so far with just this clip. There's a good amount of these kind of stairs here in the backdrop of some pretty, we'll say, steep inclines. Roots, as you can see, it's wet out today, so it's muddy. But I think where this trail really shines is these stairs, and I've also seen some actual railings off to the side. So I'm not too concerned with losing footing because I think they do a good job maintaining it. Feels secure. Obviously you want to keep the fact that you might slip in the front of your mind, which I do, but with as wet as it is, I feel like it's okay. But the incline to get up it's been pretty steep the whole way. Feeling it already in my hips. So yeah, again, before you head out on an adventure, just make sure you're on some kind of regimen and you're, you know, physically fit to do so, because this one, it's like climbing a Stairmaster. So be prepared. But again, you have things like this where, you know, it's great for your footing. So kudos to this trail. And it's definitely not a trail to move very fast on. I'm taking my time, and I'm not really focusing on my overall time in general. I just want to get to the top and get back safely. So, see you soon. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Heading up Mount Moosilauke, whatever you want it to be. And man, is it picked up here as far as the grade and how steep it is. Basically are starting to head up here, and it's a little challenging. So be on your best watch here, because it's rocky. It is raining, so it's slippery. Luckily, no close calls yet. But as you can see, you know, we're starting to go up here. So I'm gonna stop for a quick break, have some water, possibly put my poncho on because the rain is it's starting to come down now. All right, onward and upward. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I just passed a sign that let me know I was in what's called the Beaver Brook shelter area. So based on my map, I'm going in the right direction. It's a place on the map here where I guess you can seek some shelter, camp, whatever it is you're into. I didn't see any official hut or anything like that as of yet, but if I do, I will make it known to you. It is a steady climb up here. Pretty steep, pretty jagged. The steps that were kind of at the beginning of the trail are no longer, and you basically have this rock slide here that you'll be climbing. Weather is not cooperating, so but we press on because we've got a goal, and that goal is to make it to the top. So stay tuned and I'll keep you posted. Thank you, everybody. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Me as someone who is a amateur hiker, I love signage. It lets me know that I'm on the right path. So basically when I come out, I just equip myself with a map that I just download off the interwebs. And according to the map that I have, this sign is on there. So you have a shelter over here if you need a place to crash, and then just tells you kind of where you're headed. So me, I want to stay on the Beaver Brook Trail, which leads to the summit. But following the signage to the Benton Trail, there's kind of like an intersection there. So where that forks to the right to go on the Benton Trail, I'm going to stay to the left and hit the summit of Mount Moosilauke. So on the right path, if I'm doing everything correctly, based on what I'm looking at, I'm about at the halfway spot to get to the top. So, but again, no real hurry, taking it safe, don't want any injuries. But it is definitely a tough trail. It's only leveled off one time, so there isn't a lot of periods of easy trail. It's all steep like this with rocks and whatnot, so be prepared. Welcome back, everybody. We are 2 miles into the journey, about an hour and 45 minutes, and we've definitely come to the top of something, but the trail does get a lot easier when you pass that sign for the hut. So end up making some good time, good chance to recharge, and then looks like it's picking up a little bit right here, but you get to a point where it's really smooth sailing. So I guess I can understand how somebody would say it was hard, because that first mile and a half is. And then I get people who would say it was easy, because it has been pretty easy. But looks like we're getting back into some climbing here, and we'll let you know how it goes. So I'm sure the views are probably pretty good on a clear day, but unfortunately it's just not optimal out there for us today. So, but here we are, kind of getting above the tree line. There's a nice little lookout point here, but unfortunately just not a whole bunch to see. The trail just kind of is just rocky like this, but it doesn't get too steep. It's actually kind of nice. And if I'm looking at the map correctly, I'm probably, based on my app and the map, I'm maybe another mile and a half from the summit, I hope. But I have realized that the apps that I have don't work too well, so we'll see. Either way, it's nice, it's not raining, it's not muggy, and there's not a lot of bugs. So enjoyable hike so far. It's quiet now that we've passed the waterfalls, but I'm enjoying it. Nice way to kill a few hours on a day off. Okay guys, out on the trail here, and again, being somebody who's new to the whole hiking thing, this is where people like me get confused. So I see this little arrow here that I assume wants me to go to the right and up. It almost seems like people have put this here to stop from going this way, although it does look like a trail. Based on the map that I have, there's a fork, and if you go right, you go down a different trail. If you go left, you head to the summit of the mountain. So a little perplexed, but I'm going to take a look at the map, and in the next clip I'll let you know which route I decided to take. Welcome back, everybody. As promised before, I was going to let you know which way I took when I saw that sign. I in fact stayed to the right and followed the area, followed the trail kind of up and around, so I didn't go straight right there. I'll say I stayed to the right, and saw a fellow hiker not more than a couple minutes ago who assured me that I was on the right track and told me that it's pronounced Mount Moosilauke. So not only do I know I'm on the right path, I know the name of the mountain I'm on. So from here, he told me it's only about 20 minutes, which is okay with me. The trail, like I said, does get just a lot easier. The views, not so much. Reminiscent of Owl's Head with just trees. There are a couple of clearings where you can get out there to take some pictures, but today is just not the day for that. But happy to know that I'm close and can stop for a break. Thank you guys for watching so far, and I'm going to try to get some more footage of the waterfalls on the way down because those things were just amazing. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, love to see some signage, that way you know you're on the right track as always. So looks like we're 0.4 miles away, so less than a half a mile. I just bumped into another hiker and he said it's really quiet up there, pretty windy, but he said it's enjoyable. So let's make the final ascent here, get to the top, have a snack, take a break, take in whatever views that we can, and then we'll head back out. Thank you for watching so far. Overall, as I said earlier, I think if you get past that first mile and a half, this trail becomes a lot easier. A little boring because there isn't a lot of lookout spots, but if you want to tackle the 48, you got to take this one down. So good with the bad. See you soon. Up here, big kerns. To tell you the truth, kind of spooky. It's really foggy. Not going to see much up here today for sure, but it's another one off the list. All right, see you guys at the top. Okay, everybody, here we are at the top. Not sure if you can hear me, it's super windy, but as you can see from the signage here, it's summited. Hello everybody, on our way out of Mount Moosilauke, and as promised I said I would stop on the way down and just kind of get some footage. As you can see in the background there, the weather has turned much better, probably better views at the top now that of course I'm on my way out, but just some scenery here to take in. These, even if you don't come to climb the mountain, this is probably just a cool day trip to come up to, you know, sit by the waterfall here and just have some lunch or something. It's extremely beautiful, and I personally with the weather being as bad as it was at the top, I still think this was the better view. I mean, it's just phenomenal. So worth it for a day trip if you can, you know, hike a mile or so. I think you'd be pretty happy about it. Just great.